GRT is up almost 350% this year. Traders and investors have been well rewarded since the low after a bear market that saw it retrace over 99% since it debuted on Binance in 2021. Is it time for those holders to get out? If you haven't got in yet, have you missed the boat? Let's take a look. From the high, we've made an obvious three-swing move that can be labeled as a simple A, B, C zigzag. Since then, we blasted out of this OG pitchfork that was containing the entire price move from the all-time high, and then we have since continued to moon. We finally slowed down and have retraced after finding horizontal resistance from this previous price pivot over here, and this logarithmic golden corner pocket from this pivot to this pivot. The question is, have you missed it? Do you have time to get in? Do you need to sell your bags if you haven't yet? Let's dig in deep. But first, you know what time it is. If you're liking the content, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss videos like this and of course our weekly outlooks on the Bitcoin and S&P 500. If you ask me, these resistances that turned us around aren't that big of a deal and were just a convenient stopping point for this overcooked RSI. We really needed a break from the momentum of this move up. For me, the larger resistance from a geometry and horizontal resistance standpoint will be around this pivot that coincides with these pivots here, and of course this price action here, as well as this trigger line for the OG pitchfork that I referenced earlier, and this GZ on the pitch fan Monty special, of course. If we look closer, we don't see any exhaustion on the RSI, no divergence, nothing that indicates that this is a price move that should be finished yet at this point. As I was asked in the last video, of course you don't have to have divergence, we just almost always do. Very powerful tool. And then if we look at the count, we can see that even in the most bearish potential, let's say probable potential scenario, we don't have what would be called a resolved count. So if you take it from me, I say don't overthink it. It's unfinished. It's not exhausted, and when these markets like to go ham, they like to go ham. So I say don't question it. Look for your excuse. I've already found mine. If you pull a fib from the all-time low to the current swing high, you can see that we've made a 50% pullback. And likewise, if you pull from this low here, from the high, you see that we get the confluence of a 618 that line up perfectly together, meaning that we've got confluence of potential algos in the market that could move price in our direction. Of course, this is a wave 4. We expect that there could be some fuckery, maybe a sideways that does something like this before we make target. But again, when crypto's going ham like this, take it from me and experience, you just want your excuse to get in. Remember, it's just another trade. You don't over leverage. You don't let the stops run because you think that it's going to go ham again. You simply set it up, set your parameters, and you take your entry. If it doesn't go your favor, get out. If you like altcoins that can do big numbers, check out Hove's video from XRP from last week.